God bless your day, dollhouse. How's everyone doing? Today, obviously, I think from the look you can kind of see that I was having an attempt at JISOO Met Gala makeup and I just had to recreate it. There's this one very persistent Bratzie that has been in my comment section and she's been dying to get this look, so I was really excited when I saw her post. That's why I didn't post immediately because I knew this had to be a long form video. I just wanted to give you guys a preview before we go to the actual video. The makeup has a lot of blush going on. She has a whole full blush moment down to the temples, and I really enjoyed doing this makeup, and I know you guys are going to enjoy it too. So this is your favorite BratzDoll official. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of the video, and please stay tuned. If you like what you're seeing, stay tuned to see how I got it.
To be able to achieve JISOO's flawless gala makeup, her flowery smooth base, you have to make sure your base is smooth just as hers. And because my base is currently rough because I'm having skin problems right now, I had to take my LA primer and then I had to mix two full coverage foundations for this. The first one was LA Cosmetics in the shade Light and the second one was Babyface Foundation Warm. Mixing these two gave me the perfect coverage I needed, and it also made sure my face matched my body because I'm currently having sunburn, so my face looks darker. The next I went in with the brows. I had to make them bushy and then I started to laminate them. The reason for this was so that the strokes can look like they're coming from the eye. I used my DIY brow bar and then I made a soap brow and then I just laminated it. Next, I went in with my eyeshadow primer because we're definitely going to be using a lot of eyeshadow today, but we're still going to make sure it's going to look natural, so stay with me. Your concealer must be light and well buffed out. The next comes with your blush. Your blush has to make sure it is liquid, so you're going to have to make sure to get liquid blush. You're also going to make that blush as much as possible, but not so much that you look like a freaking Eldritch doll. So you're going to have...
For that, I just wanted to show you guys the wig that I'm having on. It's kind of like a textured yaki wig. I kind of like the texture, so I'm going to be using that in today's video. My skin is popping. My facial skin is... I broke out again. I'm always breaking out. But hey, I had some issues finding a pink dress that looked like JISOO, so I'm going to be using this dress instead because that's the closest I could find for this video. And the choker, well, that will be sorted out in the end of the video. Hit me in the comment section if you want to see a dress up version of that too. I'd be more than happy to recreate it.
As I said before, blush is right on the corners of your eyes too for this look, so you're going to have to buff them in, and you're going to buff them into the eye crease as well, just as JISOO did. You're going to take a soft peachy pink for this. The next, you're going to make a small shade underneath your lower lash line, and you're going to drag it down to the outer corner of your eye. I used a brown pencil for this, but you can use a brown pencil and an eyeshadow for this. My camera currently went down, so I couldn't show you guys how I enhanced my lower eye, but I'll definitely be showing you guys that. I took a brown pencil and I just went underneath my eye. I gave some space and then I drew the lines right below it. I made sure to buff them out, and I took a little bit of white eyeshadow just to enhance them. Remember, I'm brown skin, so you don't need to use a brown eye pencil for this. All you need is a shadowy sort of eyeshadow in a cooler tone just to put it under your eye to give a contour. Using my sun bronzer as eyeshadow just to give a small warm look to the eyelid and to make it look natural as possible, because that's what we need in her makeup look. Also, I had to use my BB blusher and I applied it very lightly on my eye. Your reason for doing this would be to emulate the peachy tones that she had in her eyeshadow. The next, I'm going in with my darker purple because we are going to need to emulate the smoky eye that she had in her tutorial. You're going to keep it very light because her makeup look definitely had a little bit of smokiness towards the end, and we need to recreate that as well. I also need to make sure I get the eyeline correctly because gacha eyes were always a problem for me. So I'm using a black eye pencil first and I'm drawing an upturned eyeliner. Usually my eyeliners are more cat, but her makeup look, the eyeliner is down. She uses brown eyeliner, but I felt I would use blacker eyeliner because if I use brown eyeliner, it will not show in this makeup tutorial. Remember, I'm brown skin. So please feel free to use the exact shade of brown she used if you are a fair person. But I am golden brown, so I'm using black now, just so it will show in the camera. Your eye pencil should have given you a good outline, so now it's time for the liquid eyeliner. You have to make sure it's thin as possible and it covers everywhere that your eye pencil had touched. Mine is a little bit too thick, so I had to make it thin, and I went in with mascara. You can use lashes, but your lashes have to make sure that they really look like eyelashes and not like huge dramatic eyelashes, because that's not what Asian women wear and definitely not what Jisoo has in this picture. So I'm using lashes because number one, I don't really like lashes, and number two, lashes are too dramatic on my face. Apply a black eye pencil just at the bottom corner and you're done with the eyes. It's time to bake that shit. We're going to bake the bottom of your eyes now and use a little bit of liquid eyeliner just in the inner corners like Jisoo did. You can make your eyeliner go all the way down, but I forgot to do that in this video. Only after the video and washing up all the makeup did I remember to do that. Next, you're going with the contouring. You have to make sure your nose is as straight and long as possible, as Jisoo's were in the picture that we just showed here. Make sure to highlight the cheekbones as well, and then I went straight in with contour. You have to contour your cheeks low, and then as I used four colors, you don't have to necessarily use four colors. An apricot-y pinkish lip gloss ought to go, but for me, I'm mixing a bunch of colors together so it will actually show on my skin. And I had to use a brown lip liner because if not, the shade of my lips will not show in this video, but you don't need to do that. If you're a white person or if you're very pale, you just need a darker shade of the color of lipstick you're using, and then just make sure to shape your lips to be like Jisoo's. She has very straight and arched sides on her lips as opposed to mine, which is very plumped, so I needed to emulate that. Also, the bottom of her lip has like a point and mine doesn't, so I had to shape my lips to the best of my abilities. If you have very small lips, this makeup will definitely suit you better than it suits me. And this is the finished makeup look. I may have to get into the design and get into my outfit, my costume. I really liked it without the costume, but with the costume it looks even better.
Guys, that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope you guys enjoyed the way I'm not really speaking much into the video anymore. I kind of want to do it like more voiceover vibes. I may switch it up if I feel like. Anyways, I had so much fun doing this makeup look, and the dressing. Okay, the flowers. I did not have pink flowers. The only flowers I could find were yellow and orange ones. So, no, orange and red ones. Sorry, why did I say yellow? So I just had to like freaking put it in my hair and stuff. And also because I had these very cute like flower hairpins, and I just felt they just looked so, you know, very much just, so I just added that in. I was on the verge of getting a red dress to do this instead because I couldn't find the pink one. I only got the pink one. This is actually my sister's, it's not even mine, so I have to return it immediately. And then for the earrings, these are actually two different earrings. Yes, I know. When you say you have to improvise, I improvised. Here's my ring. I felt this gave like very flower moments. I also had to change like my lip shape. This makeup was really exciting.